Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect, number 95. And we have a guest who's experienced some technical difficulties tonight. So who knows what we'll get into tonight? And we got Mike over here, Jason down here, and we'll be right back after this intro.
What's up?
How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey everyone. And we're off. E-Rock was first. And we got Aldemir.
What's up, Aldemir?
JP.
JP, what's up, man?
Mrs. Bruce City. Hi, Becky.
Becky, what's up?
And there's Phil, bearding on a budget. The third place finisher in
Phil.
Nationals. Hey, Phil.
Phil, good to see you here, man. It was awesome meeting Phil, by the way. We'll get into that later.
We got Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris? Chris and Tara.
There we go. Hey, excuse me, Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Chief. Hey,
Steven,
Chief.
what's up, man?
Hey, Lee.
Lee, what's up?
Richard Crush. Been a couple, buddy. Good to see you.
Crush, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Walter.
Chocolate Santa.
Yeah.
What's up, Walter? I bet you're busy, man.
There we go. Hey, Russ.
What's up,
Hit the
Russ?
like button, guys.
Yes, please hit the like. Much appreciated.
Excellent.
William. Good to
Hey,
see
William.
you.
What's up, man?
There's Donnie. Hey, Donnie.
Donnie, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, Diablo. I'm glad you stopped in.
Diablo, what's up, man?
Got my Boston Scully on tonight.
You could be twins.
Yep. And we're caught up so far with everybody that said hey.
Awesome.
And Chris just messaged you, Michael.
Okay. I'll check it later. Well, first of all, I just want to say happy Veterans Day. It's in a couple days, but thank you to all the bearded veterans out there. I'm wearing my support your local bearded veteran hat, which I love. And but yeah. What's new with you, Scott? How you doing today?
Can you hear us?
I can now.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't for a bit.
I thought I was like, do you not want to answer me or?
Oh, what'd you say?
I said, how are you doing today, Phil? Say hi to Ethan.
I'm doing
Hey,
better,
Ethan.
but tested positive for COVID this week, so
Man,
I'm a bit under the weather. Could be doing better. I'm on
yeah,
a
man.
5-day what do they call it?
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
I'm better than I was yesterday. So
Is
I guess
Becky
that's
sick?
positive. She thinks she has something, but it's nothing like I've got.
Oh, okay.
One of the guys I work with, who I talked to today, he thinks he gave it to me.
Oh.
His wife, his family in Canada, and his wife was up there for a wedding, and supposedly their family brought it back.
Hey,
Thanks for stopping by, man. This guy is awesome. This Brandon is awesome. I'll talk about him later when we talk about nationals, but really cool guy.
Cool. I saw he was following us earlier this week.
Yep. Yep, I handed out our card that you made for us.
Good.
Yes, Diablo.
Okay.
I was going to say, that looks like it to me.
Yep.
I've got one upstairs.
The Guns N' Roses flannel. Scott was the first one to get it. I copied him. Yep. Because I saw him wearing it. I was like, oh, man, I got to get that.
Oh, yeah. Becky wants to tell everyone. It's my birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. Hey, I was looking at the calendar. We missed your birthday, but I think my birthday. Yeah, my birthday's on a Thursday this year.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not going to say which one. I'll let you guys guess, but
I know which one.
okay.
I know which one it is. We'll have a birthday party for you. But yeah, Scott. So you're like 59 tomorrow?
51.
Oh, 51. Oh, Jason's the old one. That's right.
Yeah, but I'm not 59 either.
You're closer.
Thanks, JP. That Pac-Man suit was the talk of nationals, man. I'm telling you. I was getting a lot of love for that. I was surprised how much people loved it.
I thought your disco ball one would have went off better.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the disco ball in Nashville just maybe didn't mesh well. I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of compliments on the disco ball as well, but it seemed like nationals it was more on the Pac-Man.
Hey, Tara.
It coincided with 8-Bit's Pac-Man beard oil, but we didn't collaborate on it.
You probably should have.
I know.
Russ, tomorrow is the Marines' birthday. Veterans Day is until Saturday.
I thought the Marines' birthday was on Veterans Day.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's on my birthday, the day before Veterans Day.
Oh, okay.
But most people probably celebrate it on Veterans Day anyway.
Mm.
I'm not sure what I'm doing since I'm quarantined.
Yeah, your plans got squashed.
Yeah, I was planning to go to Detroit. And
Yeah, you're going to be in the circus. Is it the circus?
Of Whiskers.
Oh, Whiskers.
Circus of Whiskers.
Circus of Whiskers.
I think 8.
Beer competition.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
And I had plans to meet up with Garrett and Triple B, but that's not going to happen this time then.
Yeah.
And I was hoping someone for my birthday would have gave me Metallica tickets since they're playing in Detroit on my birthday.
Maybe they did.
Yeah, well, they don't do me much good now.
Right. That would have been awesome.
Cool to see Metallica and Pantera.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's
and Van Halen Jr.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellie.
We didn't know that's why we were having problems finding a hotel was because they were in town.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So all the decent hotels seem to get sold out, and then there'd be room, and then it'd disappear.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all for the best. Couldn't go anyway.
Yeah. Jeez.
He's asking who Pantera is.
Google it, E. Pantera is just like music you listen to when you're really angry, or you need to like lift automobiles with your bare hands.
Well, if I could have used them for our theme song, I probably would have used their Respect song.
Oh.
Can't remember what it's called at the moment, but
what's up, Vato?
Yeah, like Vato said, hit that like. Don't be a bearded Karen.
Yeah, gym music, definitely. Definitely.
Well, from the sounds of things, John will not be able to join us tonight, but we still will, somewhere here, be talking about Jays still. Is a topic. Ooh.
What's up, Jason?
Yeah. Update?
Oh, okay. We can go there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
How can we not talk about this week?
How are Joel and Garrett doing?
Yes.
We're still in it. Yes. Joel and Garrett are still in it.
Barely.
And I watched it right before the show. So yeah, they were, when he had to do the locks.
Yeah.
And just as I was thinking it, he said about the tiles, just like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, of course, when you're watching your show, you still know there's a team that took the wrong ferry and got the wrong coins and all that stuff. But they thought they were in last. So once they did that, and then they went to the mustard, they were just like having fun. They were less stressed, and it seemed like they flew through it then.
Yeah,
because they weren't so stressed. And yeah, when they got to the mat, they were like shocked, thought Phil was pulling their leg.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome. But I was nervous. For him. But
how about riding the horse through the parade?
Yeah,
that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was interesting. And there was like one team that didn't enjoy it at all. The two sisters, they're just like, get us through here.
I was like,
yeah,
man, you look like you have a mad face on about this.
Yeah, they were angry. And the one sister's like, "Come on!" And everyone's like, "Slow down."
Everybody else is living it up, and
Yeah, there was a lot of bickering going on, and like Becky said, with the
yeah,
dad and the daughter from Texas, yeah, he'd give it to her.
Yeah,
well, she deserved it.
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah, she did.
Becky's always like, "Quit saying, come on, Dad."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you running?
Yeah,
right.
Are
Right.
you running?
Yeah, so so the first thing was they had to get in that on the ferry, and when those two best friends from Philly got on the ferry and they like find a guy, they give him money, he gives her coins back and they think they're good, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't. And then they went back to the ferry they were supposed to go to.
Yeah, and they were like so far away from it.
They were the first people on this season that I've seen where Phil had to go and find them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, this season, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the party was over when they
Yeah.
got to the party.
Yeah, there
party
wasn't
was
even
over.
a parade
No,
going on anymore.
no.
That would be something, Tara. That would
Yes.
be
Lotto.
something.
That
Yeah,
would be interesting.
yeah. But yeah, so I was a little bit worried before the show because Joel and Garrett, they didn't advertise their watch party. So every week they have a watch party in their hometown, and they didn't
Yeah.
advertise it. I'm like, oh boy, I think this might be the week they lose.
Yeah, you had us all worried about it.
Yeah. But, and then at the end there, I was like, they're not going to, those girls aren't going to pass them because they're just goofing off now.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
would.
good one, JP.
They would have had to really be behind for that.
Yeah.
Them to catch up. But yeah, I think you've got to still compete like you could win because
Right,
you
you
never
don't know.
know.
You never know. And I hope that proved it to them. Like,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't just mess around, but we'll see. It's going to get harder and harder each week. Less and less teams.
Yeah.
So,
Rock, that is Leonard Skinnerd, and I don't know.
Van Halen.
I'm thinking,
Van
Van
Halen.
Halen. Yeah, Van
Well,
Halen.
There is a Hagen. Well, Sammy Hagar, but
Yeah, Sammy Hagar. But I know it's so weird with the time change. I mean, we actually gained an hour
all right.
as it gets darker sooner. It's
Yeah.
like it's only 7 o'clock, but it feels like it's 9 o'clock. And really,
Mhm.
last week it would have been 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's weird this year for some reason. Because usually when you fall back, it's better. But and I will say one thing: I've been waking up earlier than what I need to be. Just before
Right.
the alarm and stuff,
Right.
and that sucks. But yeah,
Yeah, official Ken, your time doesn't change in Hawaii.
oh, it doesn't ever change.
No, they don't do the
no.
daylight savings.
Yeah,
Hawaii,
Arizona, and
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah. What's up, Garrett?
Hey, Garrett.
Well,
Sorry I can't come and see you this weekend.
Darn COVID.
Well, I have to try another time. Well, there's a few more competitions over that way, so we'll see.
Yeah. There's one in Kansas I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, well, you're close to Kansas.
Not really. I'm not close to Kansas.
Closer than I am. In Detroit, that's, well, all the beard competitions in the Midwest seem to be in Michigan or
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah.
We don't
Hey,
have one
Dan.
here, but maybe
Beard of the
someday.
North. What's up, man?
Hey, Dan. All done with the harvest?
No.
Really? Where was Tara?
I don't know. Arizona, I guess. Or Indiana or Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we start off talking about Jason's trip?
Yeah. Jason had a nice little meetup.
Yeah, we missed out on a guy. Another guy was supposed to be there, but anyway, I went over to Long Island, New York, and was going to meet up. Well, Rose posted about it. Bearded Rose, for you guys that know him. He lives in Maryland, close to DC, but he lives in Maryland. He drives bus, and his mom, he grew up in Brooklyn, and his mom still lives in Brooklyn, so they were going to stop and visit with her, but he wanted to meet up with Johnny from Five Boroughs Grooming. And I actually seen the story posted on Long Island Beard Company, Ricky's story. So I contacted Ricky and he goes, reach out to Rose. He's the one. So anyway, I talked to my wife and she goes, yeah, my wife likes to go on trips. She just likes to go on places. So we went, and turned out Kyle, Glorious Beard, he was there also. So there was four of us. Ricky wound up, he got sick, and he was hoping to be better by Saturday, and he wasn't. So he messaged me a couple times. He really felt bad. So he didn't get to go. But yeah, I met up. Those three had met earlier in the day. They had went for breakfast, and then they were meeting at 2 o'clock for pizza. So I met them there, and it was only like 5 minutes from the hotel I was staying at, and we couldn't check in yet anyway till 3. So I went for pizza. I don't even remember the name of the place, but good pizza. It was really good, and it was like bougie pizza, I'm going to call it, because they had like chicken parmesan pizza, eggplant parmesan pizza, all kinds of different. They didn't they already had it cooked. You could go out and buy a slice. You could buy a whole pie and stuff, and they had other stuff there like calzones or strombolis or something. But so I got a slice of the chicken parm, and crust was good. It was a little thick, not extravagantly thick, but a little thick, but it was still crunchy too. It had a bit of a crunch. So it was good pizza. So we left there and went back to Johnny's house and hung out there for a while and sat out on his deck, and then we went in and sat in the living room and watched a little college football, and then we went downstairs where he does his stuff, and we were smelling all his stuff. And I did come home with two cents, oils and butters. Got one oil in his regular line and one in the emu. But there was a lot more I would have liked to brought home, but I got to stay on a budget. And he didn't want nothing for him, and I said, no, I didn't come here to rob you. I said I'll pay for my stuff. So he still knocked some off, but he didn't have to do that, but he did. Super nice guy. Rose was awesome. Kyle was funny. There was times I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Boy, it was a blast. So after we hung out at the house for a while, then we all went to throw axes. axe throwing. That was a good time. That was fun. Luckily, Johnny's wife wanted to come, so she come, and I'm glad she came because, well, the first round I was tied. Well, what was there? Five. I was tied for fourth, and in the second round, I was the only one in fourth. But Johnny's wife luckily was there, so I wasn't dead last. So, uh, so then when we were done there, we all went out for dinner, and I think it was Miller's Ale House. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it was a nice place. We all just got kind of like a couple appetizers, that was enough. None of us were really that hungry. And but yeah, great time, great group of guys. I mean, I never met Johnny before. I didn't know what he was like. Sometimes you see people online and things like that, and you don't know what they're like. Sometimes they might seem like they're unapproachable. Nicest guy, so cool, laid back, great conversations, awesome time. So that was my weekend.
Cool.
Awesome. So William Shepard had a question about a brush. What sort of brush with a handle do you guys use? He's been looking for a better one. And JP answered, no one makes a better brush than Kent. And I'll answer first. I've never tried a Kent brush, but I've tried lots of different boar hair brushes. And of course, my favorite one is Educated Beards boar hair brush. It's got a handle separate from the brush so you can hold it, but it works great for me.
Yeah, it is a nice brush, and you get that in the Book of Beards.
Yep. Or you can buy it separately.
Yeah.
Yep.
But with the Book of Beards, you get a whole line of stuff.
Yes.
And some real nice trimming scissors in case you ever need them.
Yep.
A lot of nice stuff in that box.
Yep.
And I don't just say that because they sponsor our stream.
You've used it.
Yeah, they actually have some very good products.
Is there any other brushes that you use that you like to use? Boar hair?
Chris.
I just have one that, like an oblong one that fits in your hand that I got in my first order from Lit Beard Company.
Okay.
And that one works great for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice because it was free.
No, yeah.
He just threw it in with my first order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, do you use a brush at all, or?
Not too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I have one that's like oval shaped, like Scott mentioned. I forget what brand it is, and then of course I got the Book of Beards, so I have the Educated brush too.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, once in a while, like when I trim my mustache, I'll use a brush because it pulls the hairs that I missed out more. Plus, the hairs that are still there, it comes out. But I don't use a brush a lot. I'm mostly a comb guy.
Yeah. So the thing I like about brushes, and a lot of people do have the opinion, if you have a long beard, you don't need a brush. And a lot of people will say that, if you use a boar hair brush on long beard, then it kind of shapes, like it kind of indents your beard. And you have to correct that if it gets that way. But I like using the brush just to kind of work in the product. Like I feel like it helps work in the oil. Like after I've applied the oil into my skin and then into the hair, and then I use the brush to kind of like even it out. And then I do the same with the butter, and then I do the same with the balm. And I don't get that indent that some people do get with a brush. But
I think that comes from putting too much force down when you're using it.
Yeah.
You just gotta be aware you can do that if you overdo it.
Yeah.
There's also some people who brush too often.
Right.
They get that.
Right.
But I've always was warned about that, so I
Yeah.
just keep that in mind if I use a brush.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, right out of the shower, I'll just use a carbon fiber comb, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't normally have too many issues. But
Yeah.
brush is nice.
Yes, Russ. Kyle went and threw axes as well. Him and Johnny were the top two. Now Johnny said he threw axes once before, and none of. I asked Rose and Kyle. I said, "Have you guys ever?" He said, "No, no." So none of them threw axes either. But yeah, he went.
Yeah. What were their scores? Do you remember? 'Cause I throw axes too,
Like
so I'm just curious.
like 46.
Okay.
There was. I mean, everybody got bullseyes. We all got bullseyes
Yeah.
at one point or
Yeah.
another. No, it was it had the wooden board, but it was like projected. Okay, it wasn't painted. They had like projectors that
Oh.
projected a screen on,
Oh.
and then to
Interesting.
keep score, like wherever the axe went, like if it went in a 4, you clicked the 4 ring, and it automatically kept your score.
Oh. Okay.
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, and then what would happen? Like the first one, the bullseye was in the center, and the next time it might move up here, and the next time down here, and then back up here. So it had the bullseye here, and then the other rings. It
Huh.
moved around each time too. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did it have was there anything higher scoring than a bullseye?
They did one screen, like after it did its cycle, it came up with a bullseye in the center, and then it had the 2 blue
Yeah.
dots.
Okay. Yeah. And
You
those were
know,
like 8 points.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it only came up one time.
Oh,
Through the
okay.
whole. Yeah,
Yeah, my son
and
Dakota and I, we did a axe league when we first moved here to Cheyenne. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah, it was fun. I started out with one hand, but
Mm-hmm.
I found out, I kept going, my elbow kept coming out. You got to have, just like any sport, throwing a baseball, throwing a
Yeah.
football, shooting pool, anything, you got to have good follow through,
Yeah.
and I found out I started, and you can throw it too hard. You don't have
Yeah.
to throw it hard,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know, because there were still times, even after I got it to stick, there are times I'd come up and still have to throw it like 3 times because it wouldn't stick.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to try 2 hands because, it's more straight because if my elbows go out, so I started throwing it with 2 hands. I don't care if I look like a girl or a sissy or what. I did it with 2 hands. But I'd release too soon and it'd go high, or I'd release too late and it'd go low,
Yeah.
Nice, Ken.
That's right.
Like Ishdani, I just wanted to let you know, no, Jay wasn't gonna be able to make it tonight for technical issues. He was unable to connect, and like an hour before the show, he didn't really have a signal. We tried a few different ways to connect, and it just didn't work out tonight, unfortunately. And William, that Kent Monster brush looks pretty similar to the brush we were talking about, so I would think that would be enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put them up.
Oh boy. Had to go there.
Mhm. I'll put this one up.
Yeah. We're guys.
Yep.
So everyone, why don't we all put down our favorite Jay's product in the chat?
I'll say I actually put in Overtime, Daniel the Bearded's collab with
Yeah,
Jay
is a good
tonight.
one.
Oh, speaking of Daniel.
Yep, speaking of the devil.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel.
I haven't tried Overtime. And honestly, so the only ones I've tried from Jay's are the Halloween scents and scissor hands. But so I've tried 4. Oh, and Magic. Bearded Anthony, his collab with Jay's.
Yeah, I have that too, but I went with Overtime because
Yeah.
I'm on Overtime right now. So
There you go.
You're on overtime?
yeah. Hey, Emo.
Right.
Emo.
What's up, Emo? But right now, my favorite is the one I just got last week. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Pumpkin of Doom.
Pumpkin of Doom. I don't know if it's even still available, but it came out on Halloween.
I think it is sold out. Or
This is really good. Really good. Oh, I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it all week. The scent profile is like a mile long list, but it's kind of layered. But I feel like he did really well with this one. Pumpkin of Doom.
Ryan.
It's got a really cool logo. I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, that was a creation from the Facebook group, which I'm sure Jays would love if you joined their Facebook group. Sometimes you can only get some stuff if you're part of the group.
oh,
And you also have an input in making some of their stuff too, which is kind of cool.
so yeah, the other ones I've tried is Chucky, the Scissor Hands. I don't know the names of these things, but the Michael Myers or the Jason one. Was there a Michael Myers one?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Well,
So those and Chucky. Yeah.
I think maybe there was one before, but there's a Bearded Slasher, which was a collab with Beard Mode.
Oh.
Which is kind of him putting on Friday the 13th mask.
Uh-huh. Boogeyman, that's right.
Boogeyman.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forget about that one.
That's one I couldn't think of.
Hey, Corey.
But he also does have a seven, I believe it's just oils box for a bundle of Halloween scents.
Mm-hmm.
And that just has the Halloween scents in.
Yeah, I think we had a whole show on this, Brandon, on Halloween, our Halloween show a couple weeks ago.
Yes. With spicy honey. The other day I had a spicy McCrispy from McDonald's, and that thing was real spicy. But it was only the sauce they put on it. It wasn't the actual chicken.
Corey's a spicy guy. He loves that spice.
Yeah.
He loves that hot chicken.
Yeah, normally I like that. Actually, my favorite one lately of Jay's was Lucky Jim, which was like a Wolverine designed thing.
Mm.
It's a little old older now. It's kind of a little musky. Um, Black chestnut, tobacco leaf, patchouli, teakwood, oud, aged whiskey, and ginger. But I've been really liking that. But otherwise, I really enjoyed the original Scissor Hands. I haven't tried the 2.0.
Yeah, so I never tried the original, but I had the 2.0.
Yeah, I think the original was a little more pepperminty.
Okay.
Otherwise, Sharp Dressed Man was a favorite of mine as well.
Mm.
And one of the original Lumberjack. That was the first scent I got from Jay's. And that's one where he just had his face, back when he just had his face on the bottle. He didn't have all these neat designed up labels.
Yeah. A lot of them he still uses his face, though.
Yeah, but it was just like the black silhouette of him and his beard.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't like all these cartoony, artisty drawings
Right.
that he's got now. But it's cool to see how long he's came.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a bunch of collabs in there. Like White Trash Donnie's in here. He had a collab with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was kind of a pineapple and something. Got it back there somewhere. I've probably got about over 30 combos from Jay's.
Wow.
Yeah, it helps if you subscribe to his blend of the month, because then you get a deal on them.
Oh, okay.
I think it ends up being like $8 off a combo, something like that.
So Emo, did you try it and did you get it for free?
I've done that kind of stuff before.
I don't. I mean, I like some spicy, but I don't want to go too crazy because I don't like it when it comes out the other end.
Yeah.
Because spicy going in, spicy coming out, and that's a no.
That's how I feel about Indian food. I love Indian food, but sometimes it kind of hurts coming out.
Well,
Nice.
there's a plus. Yeah, that is a good one too, Ryan. It's kind of a almost an aquatic scent.
Mm.
Yeah, Jay's got a lot of good ones.
Yeah, he does. So which way do we want to go first? We want to talk about the J stuff, or
Might as well. We're already doing it.
just wanted to check?
2017. Wow, it's 6 years already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jay on his site, he says he devotes all the time to deliver products at an affordable price without sacrificing quality. Our base blends are all natural, mixed with essential oils and a few fragrance oils. We believe your beard deserves the best, so each individual product is handcrafted to guarantee quality and authenticity. John's passion for maintaining a well-groomed beard is the reason he offers his customers only the best. And his oil contains ostrich, hemp seed, camelina, sunflower, camellia seed, apple seed, meadowfoam seed, primrose oil, perilla seed oil, and chia seed oil. I know he does on some of the blends. He does change this up a little bit here or there. Not everyone is exactly the same blend. A lot of times he'll change that on the blend of the month. Sometimes, not always. And um, for the for the more simpler ones, they're more like $20 for a 1 ounce. But the more premium ones, like the blend of the month, are normally $23.50 for a 1 ounce, unless you subscribe to his blend of the month. Then you get it for a reduced rate.
Do you think chia seed oil is the same as chia pet?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Chia. And chia pets, like, those grow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
never. I don't know. I don't know that much about that one.
Sorry.
No, it's a. I think that every time I see it. And then the beard butter for $22, you get a 2 ounce. Fine shea butter, almond butter, candula butter, avocado butter, coconut oil, meadow foam seed oil, kiwi seed oil, apple seed oil. Not sure if this next one is typo or not. Seed oil. Could be black seed oil. Could be ostrich oil and camilla oil.
I think you're missing. Oh no.
That's how it was listed on his website.
I see. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Different butter. There are some butters with different stuff in it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. I was just trying to figure out what the seed oil was, but
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll put this down. Maybe he can correct me. And
What-
they created a product that is, I don't hear of a lot of people using this. It's called a beard charge. I'm guessing I've never tried it, but it's something that sounds more like a cross between an oil and a butter. I'm guessing.
I had to look that up and I forgot what it is.
But it includes ostrich oil, mammy sapote oil, camilla oil, appleseed oil, squalene oil, candula butter, meadowfoam seed oil, sunflower oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and hemp seed oil. And you get a charge. I could not find the size of it, but you get that for $20. I'm guessing it's probably close to 2 ounces. But if you have any of these questions on any of his products, I know you can reach out to him on Instagram and he will get back to you. He is very upfront about all his stuff, and he will answer whatever question you have out there.
So I don't know if you said this already, but the beard charge, it's a mixture of the oil and the butter, and it stays in a liquid form.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
So, and the benefits is to condition and soften and maintain the beard. But yeah, I don't know the size of it.
Yeah, probably almost like a liquid butter that a lot of companies sell in the summertime.
Yeah.
And him being in Texas, that would make sense.
Yeah. He says it's not an oil, it's not a butter, it's just a little bit of both.
Yeah. And then he has a beard wash for $15. It has pretty much the standard stuff you see in most of the beard washes we see across the beard community. The only things that kind of stood out to me was the apple seed oil, kiwi seed oil in it. But otherwise, there's some preservatives and a lot of the stuff I've used in other washes. And it includes the fragrance as well for whatever you pick, basically. And this month's blend of the month is Raging Cajun, which is a collab with Diablo.
No, I was gonna say it looks like Diablo.
Yes.
I was like, is that Diablo?
Yes, it is. And the scent profile is money, smooth bourbon, kinetic guava fizz, suede, carbonation, golden amber, wood accents, pink pepper, and smoky tobacco. And according to his website, this has been in the works for over a year. So it looks very interesting. That's one I wouldn't mind trying.
Diablo, how long did you have to pose like that for the artist to draw you?
And it's after the character Gambit, so it's kind of an interesting character from the X-Men of the Marvel universe.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, what is Gambit? Because I don't know.
Well, he throws these cards at you.
They cut you in half?
Oh, yeah, they can do some damage.
Okay.
You got to watch some more Marvel movies.
Where do I start?
In the beginning. Yeah, that artwork is pretty cool. I was kind of curious what the money smelled like.
Yeah.
And here's the one that Mike was talking about, the
Oh, so
Pumpkin
good.
of Doom,
It's so good.
which is pumpkin, Cuban tobacco, white oak, bourbon, patchouli, toasted marshmallow, smoked vanilla, agarwood, and more, it said.
Now, Mike, we know, at least I know, me and Scott know, that you're a patchouli fan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pick it out in this?
No, not really.
No. Yeah.
Jays are normally pretty well done. It's hard to pick out
Yeah.
a specific scent.
I think like the most, like the prominent scents are pumpkin, marshmallow, and vanilla. Interestingly. I mean, the rest are in there, but like that's what I first smell. But it blends so well. And then like different parts of the day, you kind of get like a different smell.
Yeah. I really like it when, like, you'll walk outside and your bird will blow, and then all of a sudden you get a whole different scent.
Yeah. It's so well put together.
Yeah. A lot of his scents are well put together. That's why he has a lot of fans who really like Jays.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a company to sleep on. You'll get ones that'll just surprise you. And here's one I was talking about earlier, the Bearded Slasher, which is a collab with Beard Mode.
Hey, that looks like Garrett.
Imagine that. And we've got blueberry muffin, vanilla, leather, dark woods, oud, black oud, and fire embers. And then we have the Nightmare.
And if you don't know, that's what Jay looks like.
Well, kind of.
That's his beard, anyways.
Yeah. And we've got tobacco, suede, cognac, patchouli, red oak, vetiver, exotic oud, and cantaloupe. When you read that list, you don't expect to hear cantaloupe at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then we have Scissors Hands 2.0, which is French lavender, snowberry, bergamot, sandalwood, champagne, green apple, black amber, cedarwood, and mint.
That's probably my second favorite. The Scissor Hands.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. The first one I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And we have Vanilla Chill, which is one of his a little more old school scents, which is vanilla and bold cool mint. And Beard Magic, which came out on the Bearded Respect, is a collab between Anthony and his son Christopher. And that's strawberry, suede, and sandalwood. And Forbidden Fruit, which is green apple, oud, tonka, vanilla, Cuban tobacco, and black oud. Here's another interesting one. The Watch, which my guesstimation is after Baywatch.
I think so.
And its scent is calamansi, which I don't have a clue what that is. Pineapple, banana, tangerine, Hawaiian sandalwood, sea salt, moss, and cologne. But Jay's not here, so I'll have to ask him another time. Because that's not something you see in a lot of beard products. And then we have some snapbacks for $25. I also did not go over all of his scents. He has a scent page which lists them all out. You're more than welcome to go there. I did some of his more recent stuff. But if you have questions on anything, I'm sure either we can get you the answer or just reach out to Jay.
So Aldemir says it's a type of citrus, and Ken says it's a lime.
That makes sense.
It's a lime, so.
And then for $23.50, you can get a Jay's T-shirt. Some of the more larger sizes, that price goes up a couple bucks. And that I was supposed to take out of here.
Yeah, that you can't get on Jay's site.
No. I thought I had edited it out of here, but maybe I didn't.
I guess not.
But Jay offers a lot of good products. There are a lot of cologne scents in there. But you're gonna get your 3 cents. You're gonna get a very well blended scent, and normally always a good feeling beard.
Yeah.
I agree. Beard feels really good right now. That nice ostrich oil.
Yeah, and I had some of his older stuff, and now having some of his newer stuff, I can tell the difference in his blend to when I first started using Jay's. It's pretty impressive how far he's come with it.
Did he have ostrich in the beginning?
I remember when he first started using ostrich.
Yeah.
I had some of his original stuff before he started using ostrich, and then I had when he started using.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Some very good stuff. Gives you a real good feeling beard.
Yeah.
You normally can't go wrong. I've never gotten something from Jay's I really didn't like.
So interesting fact, Jay was on the show 69 episodes ago.
Was it that long ago already?
Yep. Episode 26.
Wow.
Yep.
And if nobody has any questions about Jay's, I think we can head into talking about your trip.
Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to go to Nationals last weekend. My wife was able to join me on this trip, which was really awesome. So we never been to Daytona Beach. And so we flew in on Thursday, which was a pretty rough day because we didn't sleep. We had to leave our house at 2 a.m. We both worked the day prior, and then kind of like packed that night. And then it's like we got like an hour sleep and then drove to Denver. Flew into Daytona, rented a car, drove in, and then the festivities started that night. So Thursday night was there was a dinner at this oyster restaurant, which was pretty good, pretty cool restaurant. They had a lot of like TVs, really cool place to go to watch football. But we had dinner there, and then they had the pub crawl around Daytona, which we skipped because we were just so tired. And after having one beer at the restaurant, I was kind of like worn out already. So we just went back to hotel and chilled. And we had the beer to respect that night, so I participated in that. And we had thoughts about going to the last bar because it was right next to our hotel, but that was going to be at midnight and we were just too exhausted. So we just went to bed. Friday started early. Well, not early. We started we did the beer chain. We met at the pier at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And of course, they're going to do the beer chain last. So the first they did the mustache chain, and then they did partial beard chain, and then they did whiskerina chain, and then they did the beer chain. And the beer chain took the longest. There was more people with full beards than any of those other categories. But we crushed the record. Last year, I think the record was like 150 feet. This year, we got it to 195 feet. So that was really cool. We were just stretched along the pier, as opposed to last year, we were kind of snaked around the pond.
It was probably a little nicer.
Yeah.
A little more room.
Yeah. And it went a little bit faster than last year. So that was nice. I got to be connected to X-Ray Freak, if you know him. But he's part of the beer community. And so I got to know him a little bit. He was there with his girlfriend and her cousin. And then we had dinner after that together at Joe's Crab Shack, which excellent food. If you've never been, I highly recommend, especially the one at Daytona. That's the one I've been to. Later Friday night, we had the exhibition competition. So it's kind of like a laid back competition. There's several categories, like one's the honest beard category. There's a mustache category. There's a whiskerina. I think there's a whiskerina category. And then there's a veteran category, which I entered. I did not win, even though I wore my support bearded veteran hat. They didn't support me. But it was a lot of fun. It was up on the top of Joe's, or yeah, the Crab Shack. And one really cool thing is during the competition, the MC is like, "Hey, I was just told that a SpaceX rocket is about to go off." So they stopped the show. We were up on the top of the roof. We just looked towards the lighthouse and we could see the rocket going up, which was really cool. I mean, we just saw the glow, the red glow of it.
Yeah.
And during it, they played Rocket Man, Elton John's Rocket Man. It was just perfect. Like they're blasting that music, and it was just perfect. And seeing that rocket go up was really cool. And then Saturday morning was the start of the competition. 9 o'clock, you can sign in, get your badge, get measured, and they started the competition at 11:30. I think I got there around 10 and waited in line, to get measured, get my badge and everything. First person I saw was Dan C. He came up to me and Amazing Beard was there with him, so we got a pic, right away. The next person that came up to meet me was Matt Hill from Florida Boys Grooming, and totally nice guy. Like, I recognized him, but I couldn't place him until he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm Matt Hill," and I was like, "Oh yeah." So and then because we kind of knew each other from Facebook. But he gave me some samples of his, and he gave me a hat. Like, he was very generous. Like, he was, giving me these things. And in fact, today I talked to him for about an hour on the phone this morning. Just yes, and it's a really cool guy. Who else? So I met Phil there, Phil Dowd. Him and his family were there, and he was kind of representing Grindstone Grooming. He had the hat, the shirt. And his son was handing out Grindstone Grooming cards and samples to everyone, which was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and Everett Dage was there as well, representing Grindstone Grooming, and that was the first time meeting him. I'd known Everett for past 4 years just through IG. Talked a lot to him. Like, he hasn't been too involved in community in the last year or so, but I got to talk to him, so that was really cool. And then I met Brandon. Brandon, who's in the chat, unless he went to bed, but because I think he came up to me because he really liked my suit, which I was wearing a Pac-Man suit. And Brandon and I just hit it off, man. We were just talking. Like, Brandon's a big gamer, so that's why he liked the Pac-Man suit, and he was talking about 8-bit, coming out with stuff, and Brandon's a big user of Amazing Beard stuff or Man stuff. Dr. Nix.
Yes, Dr. Nix.
I can never get the name right, but so yeah, Brandon was there with a friend. They're both wearing Dr. Nix stuff, and but Brandon was an awesome guy, man. Really enjoyed talking to him. And I got to meet some of the guys that we met last year, Captain Ron Wolick was there. And then some of the other guys that competed last year, got to see them again and just kind of BS'd. I was really happy to meet Furry Hippie Guy, the Furry Hippie Beard Company. Really cool dude. He had a booth there. He recently went full time with his company. So he is going to have time to come on our show now.
Oh, that's cool.
We're going to be working on that. But Furry Hippie Guy, I just kind of relate to him, just being a hippie myself, inner hippie. He drives a Volkswagen bus, which is my dream car. But really cool guy. Got talking to him. And then there was a new company also there. They had a booth, which was the Bearded Machinist. And he is based out of Colorado Springs. So I got talking to him, and he would like to come on the show sometime. So that would be really cool. And then who else did I talk to? Levi, he's the owner of Death Grip Mustache Wax and Beard Oil. he again had like a huge crew of guys there, all wearing Death Grip shirts.
Always does.
Yeah,
With the rings.
Even more this year than last year.
Oh, those rings can be a little intimidating.
Yeah. And Innuendo Mustache Wax, they had a big support this year.
Did they?
Last year they only had a couple guys, but
yeah,
this year they had a whole crew of their own. So it was kind of like Death Grip and Innuendo, kind of like if you were Death Grip, you were Innuendo.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so I entered the 12 to 18 inch groomed full beard, and the guy that won first place, he was staying in the same hotel as I was, and I met him the first day, like on Thursday. We kind of talked, and I didn't even know he was going to be in my category. But he's got this giant white beard like Jason does, and he's affiliated with Mean Beard. So I was like, hey, I know Joe. He was on our show, so we got a picture together, and he was going to send it to Joe for Mean Beard. But he won first place, and his beard was definitely, he definitely deserved first place. His beard was thick. All the way to the bottom. It was just dense. It was really good. And then Dr. Nick was in the group behind me. So we just kind of like talked backstage for about an hour. And that was pretty cool. Dr. Nick, he's a really cool, laid back guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets on stage and he like revs up the crowd. Like it was really cool. Brandon had something to do with that too. Because they kind of went back and forth with the crowd. Who else did I meet? Man, so many great people. Everyone's kind of like an equal there. I feel like, everyone's approachable. Yeah. Everyone will talk to you. Like total strangers were coming up. Hey, can I take a picture with you? Which was really cool. A lot of the names I can't remember at off the top of my head, but I did show them in my reel, other people that I took pictures with. There's the one guy that had this huge top hat. So I was like, I got to get your picture. And I sent that to Top Hat Beard Company. And then there's this other guy with full Indian garb. Walter knows him. He's from Philly, or he lives in Philly. He's not from Philly, but he lives in Philly. Really cool guy to talk to. I met this bearded wrestling team from New York. We're gonna get them on the show. So they consider themselves professional wrestlers, and they're the bearded wrestling team. Great guys. Just really cool. Really cool to talk to them. So yeah, the competition went from 11:30 until I think 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So it was it was a long day. There was 240 contestants, I think.
Like 47 categories.
Yeah. I'm just realizing this. Our chat's not working.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
or people just aren't chatting or what?
No, they're chatting because I'm watching on the YouTube channel and there's definitely chatting, but we're not seeing it. So that's why we're not answering anyone.
That is strange.
Yeah. So a lot of people that I either met that day or knew already placed somewhere in the competition, which was really cool. Out of 239 people, like I probably know personally, like maybe 15, and I think all of them won something. So that was really cool. One person that didn't win that I know was Paul Slosar, which was surprising. If you remember Paul, he was on our show. He has the Guinness Book of Records. He's got the 2-foot mustache, more than 2 feet. It looks stellar as always at the competition, but the judges, they judged and he didn't place this year, but I think he was first place at last year. Pretty sure he was.
Well, yeah, and he set that record last year.
Yeah, yeah. And he actually was showing his Guinness record there. He had it with him framed and everything like that. So I took a picture of that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that picture.
Let's see. What else? I mean, so many great things. So yeah, the vendors there, it was Captain Ron Wolick with his beards that he sells.
Mm-hmm.
The bearded machinist. There was an LGBTQ organization there that was part of like the fundraising. Furry hippie guy, Death Grip, and then Honest Amish. So those were the vendors there. There wasn't much room for vendors. I think there would have been more had there been more room, because they sold out of tables pretty quick. Because I remember looking before the show and there was no tables available, and now I know why, because like the area that they had for that was pretty small. And then, so yeah, the following day, my wife and I were still there on Sunday, and we just kind of like explored. We went down to St. Augustine, and then we went to, well, pretty much we met some friends in St. Augustine, some old Army friends that I hadn't seen in 25 years. So that was pretty cool. And then the following day, before we went to the airport, we went to this really cool lighthouse. It's the tallest lighthouse in Florida. 200 and some stairs, straight. It spiraled up. I mean, we were winded by the 30th step. And there was this lady there who went there just to exercise. So she was running up and down the steps. And by the time we got to the top, she had gone up and down like 3 times. So the time she came up to the top, I was like, how many sets do you do? She's like, about 10. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
But that was the trip in a nutshell. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Ray Freak, he won second place, I believe. Brandon won second place. I won second place. Phil won second place. I think Phil won second place or third place. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Which place, but so many people I know won, which was really cool.
Yeah, the guy I was telling you about from the Bearded Rebellion, he was actually the founder of the Wisconsin chapter. Rick, he took third.
Okay.
He was ecstatic about that. Took a lot of pictures with Dancy.
Yeah.
Dr. Nick took first.
Yeah, Dr. Nick took first, and well deserved.
Yeah, that's an amazing beard. His
beard is more amazing in person.
Yeah.
And he is more amazing in person. He is a great guy. Very approachable, very nice, very motivating, very positive.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy. Very great guy.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to check out his stream on Tuesdays at 1 p.m., it's
with Dan, yeah.
Yeah. It's not your everyday normal stream. He owns a bunch of companies. And,
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, and he brings all them in.
Yeah.
At times.
And if you ever get to hear a story about his cyber business, he's got some good stories about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. Phil got third place, which was amazing. Phil, like, I'd only seen a picture of Phil on social media. Like, he's got like this little profile, and it's an old picture. And I was like, Phil, man, you got to update your picture, because he's got a really nice beard.
Yeah.
About the same length as mine, I believe. And he's got this prominent black mustache, and it goes all the way down his beard in a straight line. He's got this. Who's playing there?
I don't know. I heard it for a second.
To Jason.
Yeah, I turned it on so I could see the chat.
Yeah. So Jason's kind of got that too. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
And then Phil's goes like straight down, and that definitely I think got him some points. But kudos to Phil, man. His first competition ever, 3rd place, and that's a tough. And he was in a tough category. It's a natural category, so there's a lot more people competing in that category.
Yeah, the one I was in at Nationals last year, it was like 24, 25 guys. It's hard to stand out when you're among that many.
Yeah. Walter, KD, yeah, I can't think of anyone's name right now on the spot, but Walter mentioned in the chat, I was referring to his buddy KD.
Yeah.
He's a Sith from Philly. I don't know what a Sith.
You know what a Sith is?
No.
Lord Sith or Darth Sith?
Yeah, I know Star Wars Sith, but I don't think he's using it that way.
That's what comes to my mind.
Right. Yeah, let me kind of look at this chat.
Yeah, Phil said he had 14 in his category.
Okay. Yeah. But Phil, I gotta say, I know I told you, but man, your son did an excellent job at distributing Groomstone products. Like, he was not shy at all. He just went up to anyone and said, "Hey, you want some beard oil and a card?" And very nice about it. And I got to get my picture taken with them. It was really cool.
Did you get all our other stuff given away?
I did. So I distributed some True North postcards and some lit postcards and our business card.
Yeah, Anthony was stoked when he saw that picture you sent.
Yeah, so that was at the hotel.
Because I was visiting him on Saturday.
Yeah.
He was doing a veteran fest last Saturday.
Yeah,
and then he gave me some stuff to take to Detroit. Now I can't go. So I'm sure I will hand it out at somewhere else along the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was at the hotel. I laid out a bunch of that stuff, and then I laid it out at the competition, like right before you go to the stage. It was like on a table, kind of like where you get ready. But kind of looking at the chat here.
William Shepard said that lighthouse is super haunted too.
Huh? Yeah. So yeah, what's funny is like when you're going up the stairs, about like the 40th step, like there's 200 steps, but like when you get to like around 40 or 50, there's like this little plaque, and it tells about a story about one of the guys that worked there had a heart attack there. Climbing up and down and died.
So like if you die there, you get your plaque up there?
I don't know, but
so you get your moment in history?
Yeah, it was one of the caretakers of the lighthouse.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah. No, it wasn't just a random visitor
that died there.
Yeah, no, it was caretaker. So like that lighthouse, I think was built like in 1900 or just before that. And then they had like 6 total caretakers over the years up until the 1940s, and then they kind of stopped it, and the Coast Guard took over. But their stories were really cool. Like one caretaker was there for 19 years, him and his like 6 children. But really cool museum. If you ever get a chance to go there, I recommend it.
Hey Juan, you did not miss Jay. We all missed Jay.
Oh yeah.
He had some technical difficulties, and he couldn't join us tonight. But we still went over his product line and stuff. And just I can't hide. Something's wrong with our chat on the screen here, so we're all following on YouTube or Facebook, and we're reading the chat there. So
yeah, I don't know what happened. That's never happened before.
No, yeah, we're having technical difficulties too.
But we're still going on, moving on.
Yeah.
Hi, Travis Tyler.
Yeah,
I saw that a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Scott, tell us about your weekend. You kind of had a meetup too.
Yeah, I just met up with Anthony from Lit Beard Company. He was at um, a out in front of a store called Rusty's Dry Goods, which sells his products. And then there was a bunch of other veteran food trucks and different veteran vendors around the area. Um, a lot of
that Rusty's Dry Good, is that a chain or is that just a one store?
I have no clue.
Okay, because for some reason that I mean, when you said that name, it sounded familiar, and it dawned on me where I don't know. I think they followed me on IG, so I followed them back them somehow. So yeah, I didn't know if they were a chain or if that's where they are.
But yeah, they may have followed us from when we had Lit on, because I know they are on IG.
Yeah.
They're kind of carry a lot of products you'd expect like a bougie store to carry. Some of them can get a little pricey.
AJG's Lounge and William Shepard. Okay, good night. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
But it sounds like we're going to have a lot of good guests on from nationals, and Jason met up with Johnny from Five Boroughs, who we're planning on having on next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
And at the end of the month, we've got a launch for Grindstone Grooming, which I'm kind of excited about. We're releasing a new product, and then their monthly scent of the month, their limited edition, which those things seem to sell out real quick. So if you're interested in those, you might want to hop on them pretty quick. Because it seems like every time I get around to buying it, it's gone.
And I don't know, while we're talking about upcoming shows, tell them about Thanksgiving.
Oh yes, we're not going to do a show the week of Thanksgiving. We know Healthy Bearded has his big show. We took it off last year. We're also not doing the charity stream this year because Honest Amish is doing a beard competition with the charity that we used last year, Zero Prostate Cancer. If you want to donate through our channel, though, you can donate both in Instagram and Facebook. I both have a thing set up for donations, and that will go to Zero Prostate Cancer, which I know they do a lot of great work.
Speaking of which,
now we still are thinking about doing a charity show, but because of what Honest Amish is doing, and just because it is the holiday season, we know you guys are saving your money for Christmas and the Black Friday sales that all the guys are going to have, and like Beards and Banjos, he's going to have his stream, So we're going to maybe do a charity thing earlier next year or sometime when it's like off season, just out of the blue. That way, it's not putting a strain on you guys. We appreciate you guys donating and, participating in the auction. But yeah, we want to maybe spread it out just because, it's a holiday season. Christmas is coming up, So,
yep.
Yeah, we'll maybe do something a little later.
So to go back to the Honest Amish and Zero Prostate Cancer, that competition, I'm actually going to enter it with a blue beard.
Yeah, I thought about that. You must have watched Dagan's video.
I did. I watched Dagan's video and I got the same thing that he got.
Yeah, I thought about doing that if I went to Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Honest Amish has 2 competitions this month.
Yeah.
And they're online, both of them. One is to support Zero Prostate Cancer, and the other one is their annual November competition that they do every year. So
Yeah, it feels like they just did an online competition.
yeah, yeah.
But that's great, and it helps out charities, so that makes it even better.
Yeah. Hello to Justin Bell.
Hey.
And Phil, do I have a collection of flashy suits? Yes, of course. You'll see them at the future competitions. And I don't know, Phil, did you see my disco suit at the Nashville?
Yeah, that's pretty flashy.
That was definitely flashy.
Don't get much more flashy than that one.
But yeah, December we also have I think we're going to be having True North, and we're also going to be having Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
And that's going to be a family friendly show.
Yeah, so no comments about, the axe throwing and things like that.
Yes, Phil, the Jelly Roll suit, because someone thought I was Jelly Roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't look much like Jelly Roll.
I know. I get maybe from behind I do. I don't know.
You don't have the tattoos like
yeah.
He's got some crazy ones.
Yeah, but I was not mistaken for Jelly Roll at Nationals.
Oh, that's good. Maybe a video game machine.
Yeah. Yeah, the Pac-Man, I just think about like going well, first of all, I played Pac-Man on my Atari 7800 as a child.
Yep.
And my dad was like an expert at Pac-Man. He got to the point where he got to the level where the ghost never turned back. Now, like you eat the little thing and the ghost, like you can eat the ghost. There's a certain level where they never turn back. They're even when they're eaten, they come back as that edible ghost.
Yeah.
And then also going to like Pizza Hut and playing at the little Pac-Man table. You know?
Yeah, those table games.
Yeah.
I always loved those.
Yep.
We got a lot of like Donkey Kong ones and Centipede and
Yep.
Those were always a lot of fun back in the day.
Yeah.
And that was like the only place you would see that style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll have to wait and see what suit comes next.
Yeah, you gotta wait because I don't even know yet. And I don't even know what competition I'll be in yet. I got a busy 2024, so very busy. Son's graduating, going on a Europe trip, going on a Boston trip. So it's gonna be busier. But hopefully I can make it to the Great American Beard and Mustache Championship in Detroit next year. I think that would be really cool to go to.
Yeah, in September.
It's in September. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the 21st of September.
I'm definitely going to try to go to that. That's going to probably be... No, so the next competition I definitely will be in July. for the Rocky Mountain Beard Comp in Denver.
Yeah.
So come on out. I'll be there.
I'm definitely going to try to make Taxi Fields and the Bearded Barons next year.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
Yeah.
and Worlds will be coming up in Pittsburgh.
2025.
Yeah.
2025. So.
Yep.
Oh, and in February you're going to be in Pittsburgh, right, Mike?
Yeah, so I'm planning to come to Pittsburgh February President's Day weekend. Whatever
So
day that is.
When he gets the day off.
That's like around the 14th, right? Around the middle of the month, I think. 12th to 14th or something.
Yeah, I think it's so it's after the 14th, definitely. I'm not sure what day it is, but it's that Friday to Monday.
Yeah, it's normally like a week after Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So for all you guys out there in the chat, keep February open if you're near the Pittsburgh area. We'll probably try to do a meetup.
Yep.
Like I know we got Matt Foley, we got Sage Beard, Big Stu. Who wasn't in tonight. Yeah, so we got some Pittsburgh area people. We'll try to have a meetup.
Also got some around the Maryland area, which isn't too far.
Yeah, E-Rock. If you're still here.
Still listening.
Yeah.
In Ohio, people.
Yeah, in Ohio. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
TJ,
Steven.
Yeah, we'll definitely try to get something together. Official Ken, from Wyoming in 2025, it looks like. Yeah, I'll definitely ride some bison with you.
Well, I'd pay to see that.
Huh?
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
Or they can get pretty honorary.
Yeah, Chris, it's coming along pretty nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
it's full.
Yes, it is. And I'm still waiting for my trophy from Captain Ron to show up.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of interesting what that whole ultimate prize package is supposed to be, but
yeah, it will be interesting, definitely.
Like, wouldn't it get here already? Every time we get a box delivered, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a package too that was supposed to be mailed out last Thursday, and I keep going to the mailbox every day, and I'm like, shit, still not here. I don't know what's going on.
It's not something we were supposed to send out, was it?
No.
Well, you said Thursday. That's why.
Well, no, somebody through DMs and stuff, and they said I'll get that out Thursday, and I says okay, sounds good. But I'm sure he's probably busy at the moment.
Oh yeah, it happens. I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'll mention this. I know some of you guys had seen it, and I don't know. Yeah, I got a lot of likes on that, but my boy Gus, he graduated from his first class.
Yeah, that was cool.
From puppy school. So luckily, it's fun. It's kind of funny. My wife signed him up. She wanted to take him, so I didn't want to go because I didn't want to confuse him. I didn't want her to try to be doing stuff with him, but him wanting to come run to me. So I didn't go the first day. Well, then she comes home and says, "You can go. They got 2 chairs and blah blah blah." And there was other people there. There was the husband and wife. And I says, "Okay, I'll go. I'll go next week." Well, the next week coming, I forget what happened, but she couldn't go, so I took him myself. And then, so it was a 6-week thing. So I took them by myself 4 times. She went the first time, and I told her last week. I said, "Look, next week's graduation." I said, "I don't care what you're doing, you're going." So I was there 5 of the 6 times. She was there 2 of the 6 times,
Oh,
and the certificate had her name on it. And I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that.
that should have my name on it. I said,
right. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but at least I never did think about taking any pictures. But since she was there, she took some pictures while I was doing stuff. But those 2 pictures of him like doing walking across them pipes and then that circle thing he had to come back and forth through. They had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had like 7 stations, and every dog we rotated, and everybody did like 2 minutes at each station, and he was tired after all that. He had enough because yeah, it was funny, but yeah, he just and that's the thing. Those classes are like an hour long, and he'll go there and he'll do some stuff, and then about halfway through they get a potty break, so they get to go outside, and he comes in and I'll sit down and he'll lay down, and then we got to get up and do something else. I really got to coax him to get up because he's like, nah, I've had enough, I'm done. But yeah, he's funny. But he is so laid back and so chill. Even the one time I was sitting at the one end, and everybody was doing this one thing over here, taking turns. And every time they were done, they came out and the owners and the pups walked right past him, and he just laid there the whole time. And the instructor even said, he says, boy, he said, you are so calm and cool. He said, all these dogs coming out, putting their face into your face to sniff you, and you just sit there and. But he's good. Now, his brother, Franklin, also took the same class. And boy, is he a wild man. He's just going nuts the whole time. He will lay down and stuff, but he wants to get to all the dogs, and I'm sure he remembers us and Gus. He would always, we go out to the bathroom and him and Gus are playing and really getting at it, and he's funny, but yeah, he was wound up, and I'm thinking, damn, did we sell her a bad dog? And she goes, oh, he ain't like us at home. He's pretty good. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was funny.
it's a lot of things to get into.
Yeah, yeah. So it was fun, and then of course they have more classes and more classes, and my wife's like, should we sign them up for the next one? I says the thing is, you take them in these classes, they show us and tell us what to do, and then we're supposed to work with them at home, but neither one of us did. And I'm like, why are we going to spend another $100 and not implement it at home? So we didn't sign. We may do it at a later time, but because like that little ribbon he got, like that was something extra. So we went and did that, and she, checked them out and did all this stuff. And every class you can do that through the AKC, and you'll get like, now we can send stuff in and get a certificate from the AKC too, and you can do that every time, and get. They had like 10 different badges like you could get from the AKC for the different classes, but this place was pretty cool. It was in a big building, and and they had dogs there doing that obstacle course, the agility course too. They have training for that where they go through the tubes and
Dog
jump and run
pictures.
and up the seat teeter
Yeah.
totter and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean it's a good class, but you got to follow up just like everything.
Right.
But yeah, so Gus, he was a star. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I got to look. They took a group picture, and I told Amanda. I says, "Well, they post that on Facebook." She goes, "I don't know," because when they took a group picture, that there was a little French bulldog there, and it was a girl dog, and her and I think that's Gus's girlfriend. Oh, they really liked each other. It was
Ah,
funny. Yeah.
That could be
So
cool.
I pick one. I said, hey Gus, there's your girlfriend. And he starts wiggling. Oh yeah, Vato. Hey, when there's no guests on, I'll talk more. But when there's a guest on, it's all about them. So I let them talk. But yeah, I talk.
Yeah. And
Uh,
True North says he likes the scally.
yeah, I might talk a good bit next week too, because the guest we have on, I got to meet him in person. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's always cool when you can meet people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
yeah,
So
and just like Mike said earlier, you about being approachable. You see people on IG and stuff, and you maybe chat back and forth, but you don't know. You don't know if they're approachable.
All right.
Just like I posted a pic of Five Boroughs products that I got, and then I posted a picture of my beard, and then I posted a pic of my hair, and I'm looking at that picture, and I said, "Boy, that guy looks like an asshole." You know what I mean? No smile or nothing. I thought, boy, I just look like a jerk. So yeah, you don't know how approachable people are, but Johnny and Rose and well Kyle, I knew he'd be approachable. He's a goofball, but uh, yeah, those guys. It was a great time. I just had a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've learned, like, the bearded community, everyone's approachable.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Even like you would think like Bob and Elliot, the mustache. I
yeah,
mean, he's got
yeah.
1.5 million TikTok followers, but he'll talk to anyone. He's a great guy.
Yep.
yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Dan C, very approachable. He'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. Everyone I met at any competition, everyone's been great.
Taxi Phil too. In
Taxi,
Tennessee,
yeah,
man, he just
legendary Taxi Phil.
Yeah.
Talked
Yeah.
to us for a half hour, like straight, like
Yeah.
at a party, you know.
And Aaron from Honest Amish.
yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, big shot guy.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
approachable, very very great guy.
Without his support, some of these beard competitions may not happen.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what he does in for those beard competitions is pretty amazing.
Another guy, Dan
Yeah.
Ziegler, spokesperson for the Beard Struggle. Very famous guy. Very, very very nice guy. Great guy. We struck up a conversation in the bathroom. I had to pull him out of the bathroom so I could take a picture with him because I don't want to take it, the girls in the background. Cool guy though. Like, he remembered me from last year. Like,
Yeah.
and he meets people every day from all over the country. Like, he's on this big cross country tour right now.
Yeah. Becky was listening to Dan C talk about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, don't you remember him from last year?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a picture of him. He had a beard last year.
Yeah.
This year it was just mustache.
Yeah. And all the guys in Death Grip, very nice guys.
Yeah.
They're a strong group together. And Levi, the owner, great guy. Very personable. His whole family was there. Like his wife, his mom, they were selling the stuff while him and his dad were competing and, you know.
Yeah, I know last year I wanted to go over and talk to them, but they were surrounded.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But definitely these competitions, meetups, I highly recommend them. If they're near you, just do it. Just go and meet up. You'll have a great time. You won't regret it.
Yeah, it's great to see that camaraderie out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you wonder about some of those things just falling off with the way the world is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's still some decent guys out there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think the beer community is full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full of decent guys, really nice, positive people. All right. Anything else for tonight? I think we should wrap it up.
I don't think so. I think we covered about everything.
Yeah. But I just want to say before you close, I had a horrible day today, but I'm so glad we had the show tonight because it really helped me. And second, happy Veterans Day to everyone. Again.
Yes. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I also wanted to tell everyone to give Jay's Beard Essentials a try if you haven't. You can use the code RESPECT to get yourself a discount. Definitely worthwhile company to try out. I know he does have samples. I think it says he sold out of them though, but you can't go wrong. And if you're looking at getting involved with a subscription, it's probably one of the best ones out there because you save quite a bit on his products. But otherwise, we will talk to you next week. And respect the journey. See you guys next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.